All right.
Good morning, everyone. We are here once again. We're super excited. Another special More Motivation podcast because we get to do this one in person.
Back again. Yep.
We get to do this one in person. So I am the co-host, Troy Christopher Moore. We're here with the founder and the president, Mr. Kendrick Moore. Good morning, Kendrick. How you doing this morning?
Man, listen, I think I'm in probably one of the best spaces that I've been in a while because not only are we back in person, but we got a chance to have a nice family celebration this weekend. So
Yes,
it was unbelievable, man, when you talk
yes,
about getting family together. So
yes.
it was a beautiful event.
Awesome, man. And just a quick thing for all the people out there, try to get your families together that don't involve a funeral. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
it was a super event for us to be able to come together and
Right.
just celebrate and just have a great time, man.
Right.
So, but we're here with more motivation,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
So we coming to bring some content. We come to bring some heat. But before we get into that, we like to do a shout out
Yep.
of local businesses, people that we know that's up on the rise. So what's the shout out we have for this week?
Yeah, so we had some end of the summer car cleaning going on, Troy, and
Mm.
it was about that time, not just for a regular wash, but to get our cars detailed. So my man Robert, he came through big time. Supreme Car Mobile Detailing, excellent job. We gave him some referrals. We had some of our friends of the family use them, and all gave
Wow.
them rave reviews. So make sure you
Wow.
guys check him out on Facebook, Supreme Car Mobile Detailing. He is big time.
Man, awesome. That's a fabulous thing. And to see again our young people doing some positive things,
Right.
man. So we're super excited about that. So now let's get into the content from last week.
Hmm.
We had a lot of great feedback from our listeners and and the topic of seize the moment.
Hmm.
So what's some of the feedback that you remember that we got from last week?
Troy, I remember everything, but
Mm.
I'm going to give it back to you because if people remember, it was one where we kind of switched
Yeah, we
roles,
kind of switched the
and
roles.
so
Yeah.
the feedback was unbelievable, very detailed and very intentional. People felt
Right.
those messages. So,
Right.
well, what are some of the things you may have gotten back? Maybe something that stood out.
Yeah. Some of the big things I got was that portion we talked about regret.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the big piece of people that was talking about, things that they may have missed in life,
right.
that they never even, and that's what we love here about more motivation because what it does is it brings people to a space where they can really see themselves.
That's right. That's right.
So a lot of people, the feedback I got was, man, I never really looked at that like that.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
missed that moment, but now I'm not going to miss any future
That's
moments.
right. That's right.
So it was just some great feedback, man, and super excited
Yeah,
about that, man.
yeah.
And
And Troy,
I'm
just and not to cut you off, but
yeah.
when you talk about the regret, one of the from one of my mentees from ages ago, been his mentor probably for 8 years. One of the things he said when it comes to regret is when you touched on what's most glaring is when the warning labels are right in front of you and you
Mm,
still disregard
yeah,
it. When the
yeah,
warning label is right in front of you and
yeah.
you still disregard it. So
Oh
man, it
man.
was some powerful content on that
Yeah,
podcast.
that's serious right there. When you see the writing on the wall,
Right,
and you be like, nah, it's all right, And then years later, that
right,
writing on the wall is
right,
starting to glow
right.
because you done missed whatever it
That's
was.
right.
But man, just some super content.
Yep.
And once again, to all of our listeners, we want to hear from you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we're super excited about that. But
Yep.
now we got to take it up a
That's
notch.
right.
We
That's
gotta
right.
we gotta go higher because that's what we do here at More
Right.
Motivation. So, what do we have for our listeners for this week?
Yeah, the energy is here, Troy, and I think it's fitting to be able to have this conversation, especially after seeing family and understanding different things that people go through.
Yeah.
But this conversation is really about sitting still,
Mm,
right? Being able to sit still when times get
mm.
tough. Yep.
Oh man, man. I wish you could have talked to me about that last week at work, man, about sitting still. But let's get right into this,
Yeah.
man. Talk to us. What you
Yeah.
got?
So, and I won't hash out every particular detail, but as it resonates with a lot of people's lives, we all go through struggles, right? And
Right.
we all go through storms. That's
Yeah.
just a normal part of life. But I'm detailing a specific storm that I went through several years ago, where normally my first reaction will be to react.
Right.
And I can remember it vividly. And this is why I love what we do, because you have this sense that the support is there. So when this situation took place, I remember calling 3 people immediately: yourself, Vanessa, and then Kruti, like immediately, right? And more than anything, it was to find some balance in this storm that was going on. Like find balance, because my immediate reaction would have probably taken me to a place where I would have reacted without thinking.
Right.
And like I said, man, we talk about this periodically, but the biggest part was the level-headed person, which was you. You know, because we wanted to find ways to, you want to go right to the solution. You want to react. You want to figure out what's going on and the whys. I can remember you saying, basically, in your own words, sit still. Sit still in the storm.
Yeah. Yeah.
If what you're telling me is correct, sit still. And as difficult as it was to take that advice in the moment, it was probably the most important thing I could have heard at that time.
Oh, wow.
Being able to, okay, sit still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sit still. Because you got to be able to find that balance in the storm. And this is why we always say, when things go right and when things go wrong, who are the first people that you speak to? Because you speak to the wrong people, you know, they here's the deal. They're not going to support the betterment of your decision. They're going to support how you're feeling.
Correct.
And if that's to react,
Correct.
they're with you to react.
Correct.
You know, their words can push you to react.
Right.
And I can imagine, because honestly, Vanessa was like, what are we about to do?
Yeah.
And when I say we talk about coming off an event with our family, if we think about mama and blood, especially blood, it'd have really been, what are we about to do?
What are we about to do? That's right.
And the thing of it is, he wouldn't have even asked.
Right.
He would have just started acting.
Yes.
He would have just started, if something happened to us, he's going to act.
Right.
And you talk tomorrow.
Right.
You know? So through all of those lessons with family and understanding situations and the things that we've been through, like that's why I appreciated that so much. You being able to say, sit still in the moment.
You know, that is such a crucial piece right there. Not even just so much, the sitting still, but what's so crucial about that is you actually have people to call.
Right.
Some people going through these storms, they just feel so alone. They feel like, I don't have nobody to reach out to. So my initial response is follow my emotion. Right. So, man, just so grateful to be able to step in. Right. And you can have somebody to call, man.
For sure. Man. I am grateful for that. Man. Yes.
So now with that, talk to us about what was the hardest part during that period of time.
I would say, Troy, the most difficult part is, because again, it takes a lifetime to build your reputation.
Oh man.
It takes a second for it to be ruined.
Man. Oh my God.
A lifetime.
Yeah.
And see, and with reputation, this is not a conversation about being perfect. Right? But it takes a lifetime of trying to make the right decisions at the right time to get that where you hope it can be.
Right.
But it takes a second for it to be ruined.
Right.
So a big part of that, Troy, was because it wasn't about me specifically ruining it. It was others ruining it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say others ruining it, it wasn't really about a decision they made, but in your mind, you're wondering, well, what's next? Like, how are you about to try to smear my name,
right,
and my reputation,
right,
the things that I built?
Right.
Because again, the hard part was I'm not going to be on defense.
Correct.
You said sit still.
Yeah.
You said sit still.
Yeah.
So when we talk about the hardest part, it was sitting still. And can you imagine that? Being able to be in a space where you understanding that what comes with the territory of people trying to diminish your reputation is to try to crumble your reputation that you built, and you can't defend yourself?
Wow. Man.
And you just like, you know what? I'm going to let that go.
Right.
So that was the difficult part, Troy.
Yeah.
Just being able to say, all right, because here's the deal. It wasn't just the conversation about being sitting still. The people around me also said, when you sit still and get through this, things are going to be greater than what they were.
Correct.
When you get through this storm,
right,
as long as you act accordingly.
Right. That's the key.
Because you don't want to make the wrong decisions
Right.
while you're in the storm. You don't want to react the wrong way.
Right.
But if you can sit still through this, things will be greater at the end. And boy, are they greater.
Oh my gosh, man.
Like, they've been the best that it's been in a very long time.
Wow.
So, but that was a difficult part.
Yeah.
Understanding it. Like, I can remember, like I said, I remember every specific detail. I remember going back out to the car because I was looking for something. Like, man, I know this thing was done and complete. I walked back out to the car. I found it. I called you back and I said, Troy, I found this thing that they said that wasn't it. Sit still.
Yeah.
Like, you got it right there. Like, it ain't, because what you said, Troy, is that ain't proof to them. That's just understanding for you.
Right.
To get yourself to sit still.
Correct.
So that was a big part of it, man. So when people are in these storms, they got to understand that, especially people of good character.
Right.
Like things will work out.
Right.
Because there are just things in life, people, places, and things that'll try to break you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's your job to make sure that you sit still in those storms.
Wow. I mean, it's such an emotional attachment to these type of things in these storms.
Yeah.
And it's not easy because I don't know if people are aware of this. 75% of our makeup is emotion. So when things happen, the normal thing is to react.
Right.
You know what I mean? But what was so key in what you just said there that really hit me was you could take a lifetime to build your reputation, and in one split second, that thing is crumble.
Right.
You know what I mean? Based upon the wrong decision. So, man, that's something.
Right.
The story, this story, it sounds like, it's full of lessons.
Yep.
To our audience, and being that it's something that they can relate to. What do you think is one of the most important lessons that you learned from that storm? Yeah,
there were many lessons, and like I said, this is just one of the most recent storms. We've been through storms together. We've been through storms just growing up individually with our age different. Living life, man. They happen all the time.
Right.
And that's why it's so important to make sure that you give yourself an opportunity to know why. And it's something you said last week. I was thinking about this, Troy, when you sent in a text message. You said emotions are meant to inform you.
Right.
Not control you.
Right.
Emotions are meant to inform you.
Right.
Not control you. So I'm thinking along those lines, like, man, emotions are meant for you to find out why. And when you never sit still, you don't give yourself a chance to find out the why. Right. Like, why is this? Because you got to know why this happening.
Right.
Like at this particular time. Like, and because as you mentioned, we are so reactive, the time that we give to find out why is usually after we reacted. And if we reacted wrong, it's too late to worry about why.
That's right. That's right.
It's too late to worry about why if we done reacted
that's
already.
Right. That's right.
So that part is so important. And that's why I love what we do with our group, because we sending out these positive things about keeping people strong each and every day.
Yeah.
So that message tied into it directly. Right? It helped me, Troy. The lesson I learned, we talk about going to the gym, we talk about boxing out, pushing people around, lifting weights, doing. The lesson I learned was how strong I am mentally. That's the true lesson.
Yeah.
Because you can I could sit through anything.
Yeah.
I could sit through anything.
Right.
Going through it, I didn't look at it as that's the lesson that was about to take place.
Right.
But when I got a chance, you guys said sit still, and I found out why. I remember why I do what I do. It brought some peace and calm to me moving forward.
Wow.
It brought peace and calm to me moving forward. Like I said, and I'm not saying it's easy.
Right.
Let's get rid of that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's easy, but it brought peace and calm. And like I said, then when things got greater, oh man, it was like monumental. So that was one of the lessons, really finding out how strong I was.
Wow. That's a key piece right there. And the way that things work out in life is, for our listeners, is that's what most of the storms are for.
That's right. Yep.
Just to find out how mentally tough we really are, man. So we're about to wrap this thing up, man. We've come to, the conclusion of this. Talk to our listeners now, because we've brought them through the storm.
That's right. That's right.
Talk to us now as we go out about how the space you're in on the outside of this particular storm. Talk to us about that,
Troy. And it starts with this, what you talked about last week, which is so powerful, and I think it resonates with almost every podcast that we deliver, which is seize the moment.
Yeah.
So it causes you to make sure that you're intentional about seizing every moment. After that, because when them storms really hit,
right,
it just, because here's the deal: some people don't make it out.
Correct.
Some people make it out, and this what they say, Troy. If I get another chance, I will do this.
Right. Right.
If I get another chance, I promise to seize the moment.
Right.
But now I'm so intentional about it. Listen, everything. And as you brought up that definition that time when you talked about the moment, which is now, and the thing with seize, Troy, it means take it.
Yes. Yes.
Forcefully.
Right.
So every opportunity that I get now, I'm taking forcefully.
Right.
I'm intentional about it.
Yeah.
So I'm not just saying make sure I take advantage of the opportunity. I'm taking it. Put yourself in position. If I'm going to go through this storm, all of these hardships and the different things that I go through every day, when I get another opportunity, it's showtime.
Yeah.
So that's the space that I'm in right now.
Yeah.
And I challenge all of our listeners, when you're going through these storms, if you're grateful and blessed enough to get out of there with another opportunity, take it. Like forcefully.
Yeah.
Like make sure you own that moment. But while you're going through it, Troy, everybody that's on our team, everybody that's in the audience, I just challenge you, when you're going through those moments, find out why and just sit still. So lock in.
Listeners, you heard it here. I mean, what powerful, powerful content that we share this week. Make sure that you tune in Spotify, Podbean, the More Basketball website. We thank you so much for tuning in. Listeners, we want to hear from you. Please reach out, because we love to hear from you. We actually build future podcasts from your feedback.
Yep.
Have a fabulous week. We live and direct in person. More motivation. Take care, everyone.
I just want to thank my son, Kendrick Moore, for dedicating his life to helping our youth. I know it's a tough task, but keep up the good work with More Basketball Clinic. I'm proud of the man you have become. I love you.